Hi, Ken Hayashi here. I want to tell you a story. I actually haven't told this story forever, so you guys are privileged to hear this story for the very first time. So a long time ago, there was a woman named Joanna. So Joanna actually wrote a story about my life, as my high school life, which was an honor. She actually wrote a whole book series on it, which was great. And eventually there was a couple of movies too, which are okay. But the book series was nice to have someone write a story about my life when I was in high school. So first time ever. It's been 25 years. I have this is my life that was a long time ago, and I'm breaking my silence. And I'm just finally sharing that I'm the one that she wrote the book about. So anyways, Joanna wrote this book about me, right? When I was a kid, I actually my parents were actually wizards. They they had magical powers, which was it was a trip to find out. My father was this amazing wizard. He actually did this thing where he fooled the entire United States with this illusion. And then my mom, also a very powerful wizard. She actually, unfortunately, she passed away at a very young age. So I had actually discovered that I had these things, that I wasn't normal, right? So I figured out, hey, you know what? I'm a wizard. In fact, along the way, I meet this guy, kind of a protector guy right here. His name's Robert. He actually, very big guy. I was a skinny young kid. That's me and him right there, but skinny young kid. And he actually was told, like he actually helped me along the journey, along the entire way, while I went to this school. Okay, I found out about this school that is actually, there's only one school in the entire world that's credited, recognized, that is a real school of wizardry and magic. It's famous. It's actually held inside of a castle in Los Angeles, California. And it's a private castle, meaning it is not open to the public. Meaning, I don't care how much of a fan you are of magic or anything like that, you can go to Las Vegas, pay for tickets and watch a show. Not a problem. You can go to Universal Studios, pay for tickets and go see something, a show, right? But this private castle inside of Hollywood, California, usually only celebrities could go there, and even with celebrities, they have to have a member let them in, and not only that, you have to be in. It's very expensive, number one, and then you got to go through a secret entrance in order to get to this castle. It's a very private club. So they actually, not very many people know this. There's actually a school inside of this castle. And it's a school of wizardry for these young gifted kids, and I applied. I actually applied a couple times. It's a very difficult program to get involved with, so eventually I got in. They only have 2 auditions a year. You have to be recommended. You have to showcase your work in front of all the faculty and the students, and then you get accepted in. I applied 3 times, if you can imagine. So eventually I get into the school. And when I get to the school, along the way, I meet some 2 kind of people that help me along the way, and we end up following the journey throughout the rest of the year. So I got in like when I was in sophomore, but I've been practicing magic and wizardry for like a couple of years prior to that, and even that I barely got in. So when I go to school, one thing that one of the guys that befriends, I friend him, and we click. Unfortunately, he was like the butt of all the jokes, which was sad. I mean, he actually applied to the same academy. It's called the Academy of Magical Arts Junior Program. Very difficult program. Look it up on Google. If you are a wizard or a magician, apply. See how difficult it is to get into that school. Okay, they don't take just anybody. So there's only one school in the world. It's world famous. There's a documentary on that school. My buddy here, unfortunately, he applied 6 times. He never got in, but he was along with me along the journey. Very good magician. And the other guy, as I was going through the journey, I'm sorry about that, but the other that was my friend Solomon. The other guy, person that was helping me along the way as well, was this fantastic magician, a wizard, in fact, with this crazy hair at the time when I met her, and she helped me, and she stayed with me along the entire journey. And if it wasn't with her, me and her together, we wouldn't have been able to accomplish and be able to get to the level that we got to without her. And she was with me along the entire way. If you could just imagine, she with this crazy hair. So one of the things that I was able to do at a very young, early age was they showcase actually the best of the best kids that the student body of their school. It's only like 50 kids. And once a year, they'll select the top 8 of them to be able to present their art of magic in front of a live paying audience. Usually celebrities are involved. They obviously paid a lot of money to go to this to the castle to have an evening of dining and drinks and magic for the evening. There's a close-up room, a parlor room, and finally there's a stage, where you perform on stage. So one of the tricks that I was extremely famous for that was well reviewed. I performed this not only at the Magic Castle, but I also performed this throughout at the Comedy Store in Hollywood, and throughout a lot of clubs throughout LA. I was very famous for this. Huge audience. Well, audiences of 800. This Magic Castle has an audience of 200 people. So that was an amazing experience to be able to perform that in front of a live audience. But that was an experience that I got to do at a very young age. I think I was 16 at the time. And then with the faculty, an amazing faculty, by the way. They taught me the art and just really honed my skills. I'll talk about that on the other videos. A wonderful director, Diane Zimmerman, great wizard. Robert Dorian, and a bunch of other people as well, the headmaster, was teaching me all this stuff and just really honing my skills. Eventually, what happened is the following year, I had performed this along with Denise Wincheffel. Denise, which is, this is the headmaster, by the way, Robert Dorian, phenomenal wizard himself. But I had eventually did this routine with Denise, crazy hair. I'm not going to show you the whole thing, but if you watch the other videos, you'll see what I ended up doing was I had performed this famous act by a very powerful wizard magician, Harry Houdini, an escape artist as well. I had done this act, and it was great. It was huge. So eventually what happened is I become the most powerful magician, wizard, not only at that school, but in the world. And I had been able to beat out the best of the best, the most famous magicians, wizards out there in the world, including David Copperfield, Siegfried and Roy, Pendragons, Lance Burton. They were the most famous wizards in the world. And the reason I know I beat them out was because the sheer size of eventually the performances that I ended up doing, which you'll see in my next video. So go ahead and subscribe, and then comment down below of what you think, because eventually I end up doing my wizardry or magic at the Emmy Awards. And that's why I became the most powerful wizard in the world, meaning that I'm sure David Copperfield would have loved to have done the Emmy Awards too. I don't know. In fact, let's just take a look. And I'm not kidding around. If you go to YouTube, we'll just type in I don't know, we'll type in Takeshi. Okay, along with other performances that included performances with illusions that required 180 performers in order to pull off the act, if you think about it. So if you think about David Copperfield and how amazing of a magician and a wizard he is, or Lance Byrne, or any magician to this day, David Copperfield, Chris Angel, David Blaine, those people, they don't compare to what I had to accomplish when I was mere 17 years old. I had performed at the Emmy Awards right here. You can see me.
Welcome to the 44th Annual Prime Time Creative Arts Emmy Awards. And your host for the evening, ladies and gentlemen, in living colors, Tommy Davidson.
So that was like something that I had just presented, because the Academy of Television Arts and Sciences asked me to present the host of not only that Emmy Awards but another Emmy Awards show as well. So I was honored that Joanna had actually wrote the story about my life. Of course, she dramatized it, put in some other colorful characters and stuff like that. And even, my the twins that were in the movie, you got these two girls right here. I didn't have guy twins, but I had these two, these girls right here. They accompanied me along the journey as well, as the twins right here, as we can see. And then finally, I remember there was this one kid that just hated me. He just hated me. He would crank call my house. That's how much he hated me. Talk about a total, a guy with a serious problem. He's still a magician to this day. His name's Cyril Takayama, and we would perform at the Magic Castle, and of course, he'd do his beautiful little dove act, and he was a very talented magician for sure. But he would do his dove act and stuff like that, but he totally hated me. And I could understand why. I don't know. I mean, I'm finished the act. I closed the show, and then I'm doing the Emmy Awards. I had performances with 180 performers with an illusion that has not been beaten to this day, of the sheer size. When we're talking about Copperfield, we're talking about David Blaine, Chris Angel, any of them today. And I'll challenge you that I have the sheer size. How many assistants do they have in their performances? 2, 3, 5, maybe 10? Well, I had 180. So just in that itself, or I don't know if you can agree, I became the most powerful wizard in the world. And then, just like the end of the movie, I just moved on to another life. I continued on, and I just lived a normal life. I'm a father for, I stopped talking about it. I just completely stopped doing magic entirely. So I just wanted to just break my silence right now, tell you the story. I'm going to continue to tell you the story. If you want to hear more, go ahead and put your comments down below of what you think. Am I lying? I don't know. Maybe Joanna wrote a story about some other kid in the 1990s that became the most powerful wizard in the world. Finally, I ended up going to a school after I graduated. Actually, I was still attending the Academy of Magical Arts. But afterwards, I ended up going to Oxford University for a study abroad program as a transfer student. Excellent program. Got to live with a British family in England, in Oxford, and got to attend Oxford, which happens to be where I think the movie is filmed, isn't it? Something like that. So share the video with any other people that are fans of the movie. You know what I'm talking about. What movie am I talking about? Put that answer down below and share the video. I'll talk to you soon. Bye. All right, thank you very much for watching. If you want to check out any of the videos that I talked about on here, click on the one on the left. That's me performing at the Magic Castle back in 1991. And over to the right is at the LA Sports Arena, featured on ESPN. Remember to subscribe to get more details of the story. Comment if you believe me or not, like or not, whichever the case. Go ahead and click one of those, and then share the video with another serious movie or book fan. Talk to you soon. Bye.